Hello Aquarius, welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. Aquarius, we're just going to see what the heck the universe wants to talk to you about. It's up to the tea leaf deck. Oh, you got Ram, a stubborn, aggressive person. Bo, you were highly thought of. A stubborn, aggressive person thinks really highly of you, Aquarius. I guess that's good. As opposed to them being like, I don't like Aquarius at all. And then we got 6 swords at the bottom of the Wizard's Tarot. And we have the teeny tiny, I got a headache with the 9 of Swords, Witch's Tarot. Yeah. All right, so let's just get started. I'm just shuffling to see what the universe wants to talk to you about, Aquarius. Okay. Teapot. Deep friendship with someone of the same sex. Dark man. Dealings or relationship with a man with dark complexion or hair. Fox. Shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. Well, this could have something to do with business, and this could have something to do with someone that you work with. I want to call it our biggest competitors, at least in terms of biology and science, like looking at that and looking at nature and even human dynamics. Homo sapiens, the great apes, are typically those that are the same sex as you, usually within the same kind of age group. Yeah, right? Because those are the ones that are competing the most with you. Those that are kind of the most equal to you. And because this is coming out as someone that's the same sex as you, I'm getting 2 things with this. A, I'm getting this could be about someone who you might have an interest in. And this person, like you may have a romantic interest in them, or maybe it's a friendship. I'm just seeing competition around this. And there could be either another, I don't know, nobody feels awkward about this, but the person that you're interested in, if you're a woman and this is a man, he could be bisexual. There could be another man who's interested in him. There's some sort of shrewdness, resourcefulness going on in regards to that. Or this could be 2 men competing for something. And one may have a darker complexion or very dark hair. I'm telling you, these are really specific. Oh, you will be playing a different role, hat. And that's it. That's kind of like reversed. The star is reversed under that. So you're going to be playing a different role. Maybe there is something here that you were competing with another guy for, or another person for, or you were competing for, I don't know. It's weird, right? You had to be very shrewd and resourceful. But it's funny, like especially in business. It could be you and, someone of the same sex as you. And this could be in business. And it's a deep friendship, though. I think you could be really good friends with someone at work. But you're both dealing with a man. Dealings or relationship with a man with a dark complexion or hair. Yeah, I really want to see how this unfolds. And so you'll be playing a different role, though, from what you were before. I don't know why because if I don't include the deep friendship with someone of the same sex, and I just look at this, it's a dealings or relationship with a man with dark complexion or hair, and then shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. That's just like, well, okay, so you're dealing with somebody in business and you have to be really resourceful. You have to kind of like be prepared for the unexpected. Keep your cards fairly close to your chest, right? In some endeavor. And why? Deep friendship with someone of the same sex. Could be like same-sex relationship too, obvious, right? Or maybe there's the same-sex relationship in a workplace. It's very intriguing. Very, very intriguing, that. I'm doing 3 tarot for each of this. Still not telling me much about this friendship. It's weird. Queen of Cups at the bottom. I mean, it could have something to do with love. There's a lot of, okay, on this table, there's a lot of, how would I say it? Like melancholy, disappointment. Like that. Look at this person. Right? Look at this person. Look at this person. And then look at this person. These, yeah, like, oh man. There's honestly, like, it's hard for me to come up with the words. It's almost like, oh, it's all of that. That's what, how do I put that in writing? That's why God invented emojis, right? This is an emoji reading. So much is just said with like how you feel. And some dynamic here. This friendship, okay, right? You got Temperance, the Moon, and the Knight of Pentacles. It's like there's something that you're not sure about in a friendship. Now, I'm also kind of hearing the word deep, like there could be some kind of deep commitment that's associated with this friendship. Maybe the friendship itself is not deep, but there's a deep connection associated with the friendship. And you have to very carefully keep your balance in it. So that, because you're navigating kind of, you know, it's a little, you have to navigate carefully here and really like work pretty hard on trying to keep balance in this friendship that in some level, like it's it's deeply intertwined. So, you know, it like, okay, what could that be? I'm kind of seeing like, let's say you're working somewhere. We just have, you know, in business. So let's just put it out there. But I don't feel like this is all about business. This is not. Actually, it's anything but. Be honest with that. This reading is anything but yet there's the feeling of that there. So it's almost like, let's say you work somewhere and you get there and you realize, oh, I know that person from somewhere. Or they come up to you and they say, oh, I've seen your name somewhere, or you're familiar. And you talk to them and like, well, where did you grow up? And where did you go to school? And how's your, you know, who's in your family? And it's almost like you realize, oh, this person knows my aunt's neighbor's daughter. You know what, okay? Right? Like it's like, I'm just seeing like roots that are kind of like, this is complicated. Maybe that, like it's deep. Okay, so, and let's say, well, this person is maybe the same sex as you. So I don't know why that's significant, but I guess it's just to help you identify. But, okay. So I don't know what's going on though, where are you a different person at work than you are in your personal life, right? Because if this person is connected to the daughter of your neighbor's aunt, it's almost like there's something there that you have to be careful about. What or why, I don't know. Maybe it's these dealings with the dark, mysterious man. Just put that in there. The dark man. So that's the friendship. I pulled that out. Two of Wands, the Chariot, and the Four of Cups. There's something with this man that makes it difficult for you to fulfill something. And I really, I don't know. I feel like this dark man is somehow the person, like at work, that there's, let me even just call it like 3 or 4 degrees of separation somehow. You know, the other thing I'm going to say too, and it just could be the metaphor of it, and for some of you it could be 100% accurate. Like, let's say you're fluid with your sexuality and like how you identify and how you like to display that. But let's say you come from a family where like, no, you know what? Everything's very vanilla, and it's just easier for me to keep it that way with my family. But when you're at work, you're a little more fluid. There's something weird. It's like, I'm getting a bit like that George when he didn't want his 2 worlds to collide, because it feels like that somehow. These 2 worlds colliding. And maybe, honestly, I'm going to say, like, maybe you were born a woman, but in terms of like how you feel comfortable, and maybe even in workspace, you're much more masculine. And I don't know why or how specifically. I've tried to pull it out as best as I can, because it's like this friendship is a little bit precarious, and you need to really take your steps carefully in this. And I want to say it's almost like, well, now you find yourself somewhere doing something that has the potential to fulfill a really big wish here. But it goes unnoticed. It goes unfulfilled because of this dark man. Now the fox, see, now that's it's interesting, like the fox, right? Because I find the fox to be both very canine and both very feline. And it is, it's almost like I'm hitting on something here where you can't quite be who you want to be in a particular environment, and that might have something to do with work, because it says especially in business like this. So it's like you walk through that door, and now it's like suddenly you have to be very, very shrewd and resourceful. And that's the 3 of Wands, the 5 of Cups, and the 3 of Cups. So what are you up to? Like, now you're up to something. Now you're up to something. Now you're up to something. Because now it feels like, because you go into the 3 of Cups. So this is like, okay, now everything feels much better. So I'm going to keep going, because it just... What happens? I don't know. Or is this, what are you going to do? Are you thinking about that? Or is it just have something to do with time? Maybe it does. Because there's a clock embedded in the tree here above her where she's just, sorrowful and, oh, shit, this sucks. I hate it. And then it gets better. So it's kind of like you need to tiptoe through something. And you need to be very careful. There's still something about this coming up with, your biggest competitor is always the person who is the same sex as you, and within the same sort of age range. Could have the same positions too. I mean, they are. I mean, giraffes aren't competing with, bats. And male lions are really not competing with female lions. You know what I mean? And it is. And an adult male lion is not competing with a male lion cub. So there's something about that here. Like it's got colleague energy, and it's got I really do want to say, like, it does have an essence of male competitiveness around it. And so, or masculine competitiveness. And that tends to be the things, that drive us, that we strategize for. And that I'm going to be like, that's what's coming up with the fox. So let's see. This deep friendship but it feels like it's deep because it's like 3 degrees of separation in a way. The Temperance card. Six of Cups, 4 of Swords, Queen of Wands, Page of Swords. Biding your time, balancing your things. Yeah, like, right? The 6 of Cups, someone from your past. It's a strong personality dynamic here. So I don't know. Oh, what is this? The Queen of Cups, that's what's at the bottom. Oh, I don't know. There's some sort of intertwined energy here. Because now, it kind of feels like, too, it could be, let's say you're at work and you meet somebody and you really hit it off with this person, like huge. You really hit it off with this person. And I don't know, too, like, why would it be complicated? Maybe both or one of you might be married. I'm just putting it out there, or you're already in a relationship, or I don't know. But then it's almost like you find out, oh, but this person does know the daughter of the neighbor of my aunt. Like there's something weird about this. So now that does have like this, because then we come in with the Page of Swords and the Queen of Cups. This is almost like observing what it is that you really love here. And it is deep in that sense. But it has a real, because you get the moon, right? You get the moon and the Knight of Pentacles. Like, you can't just charge ahead here recklessly or, without a plan. That you can't do. The moon. Oh, the Strength card. And the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, that just honestly feels like there's just some things that are out of your control here. You've got to kind of like hold back and just wait for things to change around you and just kind of see how that plays out. And in the meantime, this Knight has 3 clocks in the tree. And this person has 1. So that tells me this is deeply ingrained, entrenched. It's complicated as shit. But I really feel it because like I progress as I go down along here. What is this all progressing into? I feel like there's one thing left that prevents something from happening that's going to make everything feel so much better, right? Like it's almost like there's 3 significant things here that have to be considered. And you've gotten past 2 of them, or you will, however this is playing out for you. honestly, I think you're going to get past all three, because then, like right now, everything is great. Everything is free flowing. It feels wonderful. The Knight of Pentacles. The Ace of Wands, Karma or Judgment, and the Emperor. That's interesting. You know, it continues to develop this storyline and kind of add more nuance to it. And it honestly feels like there's a part of you that gets suddenly suppressed here because of some complicated situation that might have something to do with someone that you would compete in things with. I cut my finger yesterday. I don't know how I did it. I was doing a little bit of yard work, and things get really deep anyway. So now it's like a piece of little skin hanging on there. And anyways, dark man. Let's look at that. Dealings or relationship with a man with a dark complexion or hair, or maybe both. The Ace of Cups. The High Priestess, the Three of Cups. See, the Three of Cups is what shows up after we get past the last hurdle. It's the dark man, the hurdle. Oh. This feels like the competition. Right? Because then this comes in and this is just like feeling, having to be unnoticed, having to feel unnoticed. And it's weird because your energy's coming up. Like, I feel like this is rebirthing. This Knight of Pentacles over here is rebirthing some sort of really like kind of powerful energy. Go get them. This is honestly weird. Like, it's almost like someone who doesn't really have a problem getting what they typically want in life. You know, when they see something, they know how to get it. And then they also, I want to say they know how to get it because they kind of have a natural, intuitive ability to really identify what's for them and what isn't. This is for you, whatever it is. If it's a person, if it's an opportunity. But there's some kind of dynamic that plays into it that suddenly, like, the universe has you by the short and curlies. And that is not, honestly, it just doesn't feel like the way things usually navigate for you. And this Four of Cups, this Three of Wands, this all feels very much like I'm not finding myself in this position. How did I find myself in this position? I can't do what I want to do. I can't. Yeah. Two of Wands. The King of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, and the Two of Cups. Yeah, because this is really, excuse me, thank you. There's that energy again, maybe. You know, it could have too the feeling, I don't know, my eyes are twitching. Great, maybe allergies. Like you could be, I don't know, this dynamic is so odd. It suddenly feels like you go from a place of kind of having, you know, command of your life and your direction, and then the wheels turn on you. So this also kind of feels like, let's say there's someone that you really like at work, There's someone that you really like at work. And let's just say you're the manager of this office. And then somebody comes in to do like an audit or a review of you or something like that. And the person who comes in is like technically above you. And there's some kind of connection between that person and what it is that you want. The Chariot and the Four of Cups. This is like you're going... What holds this back? The Ten of Pentacles. As I say, what holds this back? The Seven of Wands comes out. The Ten of Pentacles holds this back. There's some sort of foundation in history here that's bigger than you. Don't worry, it gets better. It's going to get better. I don't know how. We won't see. Go over there. Because you're going to be... You will play a different role. You know what? Even that feels like what I'm describing here, because it feels like suddenly, like this is not usually a scenario that you would find yourself in. So I'm really picking that up. You are playing a different role here because of that. But I also see like a change. So what is this change? The Fox. Shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. The Five of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the Nine of Swords, and the Moon. The Moon is where you suddenly felt like you had to kind of hold back and let things play out. But what's really curious here is that, okay, going from the Five of Pentacles to the Page of Wands and the Knight of Wands, that immediately feels like, oh, something has changed here. You know, you get some kind of information, some sort of notification, something's changed here. And now you can like exhibit the drive that you would typically exhibit. But then the Nine of Swords and the Moon comes in. So why is that? You know, maybe so much time has gone by that you're not sure. Or maybe you've changed a little bit. I don't know. It's a little bit like maybe your gut and your drive are not in alignment with what your mind could be telling you. Is this the right time? Right? Because that's the question with the Moon. The Three of Wands. The Nine of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. This has been a long time. I don't know what this is for you, but it has been a long time. And you have overcome two of the three major obstacles here. And it could have something to do with work. But this is a very cat and mouse game here with whatever this is. The Five of Cups. That has got the last clock. Oh, yeah, that's fascinating. Yeah, the other two, I'm seeing this now, the other two holes where the other clocks are filled with cups. So I feel like you've had to take short-term losses for perhaps a long-term gain or win here. The Page of Pentacles, I'm not really sure what order these went in now. The Page of Pentacles, the King of Swords, the World, and the Three of Pentacles. That's disappointing. I'm trying to figure out why that would be disappointing. Maybe it's the transformation of disappointment. Because this kind of looks like, you know, being kind of grassroots with something, the learning a little bit here as you go. But then the King of Swords comes in, and I'll tell you, the King of Swords is going to know more than the Page of Pentacles. But then that's over. That's over, right? And then you go into the Three of Pentacles, and that's where you can actually start building something. There is this feeling like something that overshadows you. Something that trumps you on the chessboard of life suddenly. And you are navigating past it though. The Three of Cups. The Sun. I'm telling you, you are. There's a very good outcome here, but it's been really hard to get to. The whole reading. Reading was hard too. Yeah, there's been a really long, difficult process here, but the outcome is going to be good. How will you be wearing a different hat or playing a different role? Let's just see how that... anything probably feels better than that. This is tricky. The Five of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. Oh, that's interesting. That just goes from feeling like there's no long, okay, there's no competition here. If you are competing for things, you are suddenly the thing to be competed for. Or you were just suddenly like the winner, the Nine of Pentacles. So that is really shifting. It is really shifting for you, but it's been a long haul. Say that at the bottom, the Four of Cups. Not being able to fulfill something for the longest time. But hey, it's coming, and it's coming in nice. Yeah. And I mean, you go from, maybe there's a lot of competition around you, a lot of unforeseen difficulties amongst you and other people, to you just shining all on your own here. I'm going to do the extended. I just keep it open too. I'm just going to pull cards and see what the universe wants to continue to talk to you about over on that side of things. Thank you so much, Aquarius. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.